warm welcome to dear viewers of Burundi Television. Thank you for choosing us again. Let's start with the headlines of this news edition. The National Assembly, chaired by Daniel Gilas Ndabirabe, made it Tuesday to adopt the current of activities during the period from January 26 to February 9 this year. During this period of time, the institution of the Ombudsman will present the results of these activities from November 24 to November 25. More than 100 demolished residential houses are among the damage caused by the torrential rains in Gatumba. The victims need assistance. Welcome again. I'm Marcel Kamukama. Details now. The National Assembly, chaired by Daniel Gilas Ndabirabe, met this Tuesday to adopt the current of activities during the period from January 26 to 9th of February this year. During this period of time, the institution of the Ombudsman will present the results of those activities from November 24 to November 25. Jivan Deshimiye for more details.
Among the activities scheduled for the ordinary parliamentary session for the period of January 26 to February 9, 2026 are the presentation by the Office of the Ombudsman of the Republic of Burundi of its annual report covering the period from November 2024 to November 2025, the analysis and the adoption of the draft law amending law number 1/08 of April 23, 2012 governing the organization of the plant seed sector, and the analysis and the adoption of the draft law on the reorganization of public drinking water supply and the liquid sanitation services. The agenda also includes the analysis and the adoption of the Senate's amendment to the draft law ratifying the cooperation agreement in the field of energy between the government of the Republic of Burundi and the government of the Kingdom of Morocco, signed in Rabat on May 12, 2025. During this period, there will also be the presentation of reports on the management of the Patareb, Padekaebe and the IFPFB projects produced by the Court of Accounts, as well as the presentation of the final report of the management of Prince Louis Rwagasore Clinic, also produced by the Court of Accounts, among other items. After the deliberation, this draft schedule of activities for the ordinary parliamentary session was unanimously adopted. It should be noted that during this Tuesday's plenary session, various parliamentary delegations that carried out working missions abroad presented their mission reports, in which they emphasized that these missions were beneficial, particularly in terms of capacity building and exchange of experiences.
And following the rumors circulating in the country upon a possible return of COVID-19, the Minister of Public Health, Ridwine Radana, made a statement this Tuesday which denies those rumors. She said that it is a seasonal flu. She took that opportunity to announce some preventive measures against this disease. And the people living with albinism in Burundi welcome the progress made both at the community level and at the national level in the promotion and of their rights. They particularly highlighted the notable improvement in their security, which has now largely been restored after a period during which they were regularly victims of persecution and violence in several regions of the country in previous years. Marcus Mhigwa has more.
They read their documents with hesitation. They are people living with the albinism, commonly called as Nyamwema. We found them at the headquarters of the Association of Albinos Without Borders in Burundi. They were taking part in a monthly meeting. They were going through the items on the agenda despite visual impairments that make reading difficult. Asked about the challenges faced by people living with albinism in their daily lives, Ferdinand Lakumana explained that they encounter numerous difficulties, particularly prolonged exposure to the sun and the lack of adequate protective products. These conditions often lead to illness such as skin cancer. We also met a woman with albinism near a household while she works as a domestic worker. At the time, she was buying soap to wash clothes. Despite her condition, Nikki Zavian says she is grateful for the community, noting that she is no longer pointed at or stigmatized as in the past. Anise Bangirinama, president of the Association of Albinos Without Borders, notes that although people living with albinism are still underrepresented in the decision-making bodies, significant progress has been made in terms of community support and protection. Burundians living with albinism are calling on the government to further facilitate access to health insurance, enabling them to receive medical care as their health remains particularly vulnerable. They also urge the students with albinism be provided with sun protection equipment to prevent school dropouts caused by health-related challenges. They emphasize that albinism can affect any family, as any Burundian can give birth to a child with albinism.
The platform of civil society organizations working for the well-being of the citizens sent on January 27 its congratulations to Reverend Curio, General Secretary of the CNDD-FDD Deputy, for having been reappointed at the head of that party. Hamza Benabri Kukie, Secretary and the spokesperson, declared that the election of Reverend Curio demonstrates that he is an exceptional leader in the promotion and peace and security, as well as in the consolidation of development actions. And more than 100 demolished residential houses are among the damage caused by the torrential rains in Gatumba. The victims need assistance. Jivande Shimie has more.
Torrential rain that fell overnight on January 24th severely damaged houses in the Gatumba zone. Some houses were completely destroyed, while others lost their roofs. Ekotekiniki Secondary Gatumba was also affected by this heavy rainfall. According to Jean Bosco Snabajije, the director of the school, an entire block of 6 classrooms lost its roof. Another school hit by the torrential rain is Ecole Fondamentale Gatumba, which lost half of its roof. In addition to these public infrastructures, more than 100 residential houses were damaged by the torrential rain in the Gatumba zone. If no action is taken, many residents of Gatumba will be forced to sleep outdoors, and the classrooms of Ecotechnique Secondaire de Gatumba that lost their roofs will no longer be operational during this rainy season.
And the church leaders are called to sensitize their church members to engage in activities that generate development for them and their country. That call was made this Monday in Bujumbura by Desiree Nitunga, General Director at the Interior Ministry, during a training organized by the IDH. This training was held under the theme, the role of the church in the implementation of the vision of Burundi as an emerging country in 2040 and developed in 2060. Well, it will be all for today. Thank you for attention again. Have a good time.